Young and restless fans have the floor for the most part in this week's soapbox. On their minds, Sharon's return to the coffee house, the Newman shenanigans, storylines that go nowhere, and Sally and Adam hitting the sheets. Keep reading to find out what viewers are saying and to find out what's coming up. Reignited, and it feels so good. I want to be excited about the prospect of reigniting the Phyllis/Christine rivalry, but I'm just not feeling it. There's no chance that Danny is interested in Phyllis, so it's a non-starter as a love triangle, and almost certainly another dud storyline for the red-headed character already so damaged by the last plot with Diane. Christine's heartbreak over Paul made for some really moving scenes, however, and if nothing else, the Bugs standalone episode airing Thursday, November 2 should at least give us some fun flashbacks to the good old days. So over it, wow. After the promise of a story that would get Sharon back among the land of the living, she's landed right back in the coffee house, constantly doling out advice and apple fritters. Her business with Nick is non-existent, and her love interest, Chance, is nowhere to be seen. The band is back together. Ashley's return was a tad anticlimactic. I'm probably in the minority on this one, but I dislike the animosity between her and Diane being watered down. No one tunes into a soap to watch rivals tolerating each other. I did like it when Billy enthused about getting the band back together, though. It's nice to have the Abbotts fighting the threat of Tucker together. That said, a few fans wondered if Ashley and Tucker were still somehow working together, but Tucker sleeping with Audra killed that theory for me. Plus, we've seen him agonizing about their breakup while alone, so it just wouldn't make sense. Anyway, little do the Abbotts know that Tucker's not their only issue, and that there's another threat coming from the inside. Kyle is conspiring with Audra and Tucker to take over Jabot, but all may not be as it seems. Will there be a twist in Kyle's story? Hitting nerds. As the Abbotts circle the wagons, the Newmans are in more disarray than ever, and fans are fed up on a lot of fronts. Not only does Victor's scheme come across as vague and doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but the over-the-top attacks on Adam and the selective amnesia from certain characters are frustrating viewers left, right, and center. My take? Victor baited Nate by saying the company will be devastated if his supposed mental decline gets out. It will either be Nate or Nate and Victoria who decide to capitalize on this situation, even though they'll all try to make it look like Adam is the one plotting, perhaps because he met with the psychiatrist. As one story after another fizzles out on this show, fans are left wondering where this is all going. In related commentary, it irks me that Abby has just been left out of this storyline entirely. As irritating as the character is, she is Victor's daughter. The rest of the family has repeatedly sat in her restaurant discussing the man's terrifying mental decline, and now his cruel plot to deceive them, and have left her completely in the dark. If Victoria and Nick actually believed even for a minute that Victor was genuinely losing his marbles, wouldn't they have alerted Abby? Drives me nuts. Fuel to the fire. Adding fuel to the Newman fire will be the news that Adam hit the sheets with Sally when it gets out. Nick brought this all on himself by deciding to date his brother's recent ex-girlfriend, but it will all be about how wronged he is, I'm sure. Not that Adam isn't manipulative. He totally is, but he's also trying right now to be honest, at least with Sally, as he fessed up that his return to Newman was a revenge ploy before he truly became worried about his dad. Sally gets him, which makes this pairing appealing. Fans reacted to Adam and Sally making love. Bone-chilling confrontation. Bone-chilling is the perfect way to describe the look one receives when they get on the wrong side of Tucker, and that might be what's in store for Mamie when she lands in a confrontation with the manipulator next week. Persod, watch for Mamie to try and pull out of her partnership with McCall after getting the deets on him from Ashley. While it makes no sense to me that she didn't already know he was a rat given his history with Ash and the Abbotts, here we are. Mamie has returned as a formidable woman, but does she have what it takes to handle a scorned Tucker McCall? We shall find out. While I'd love for this to lead into a story with Tucker acting as a true villain and actually making something bad happen, he's been watered down like everything else. Maybe he'll be murdered and there will be a whodunit. We'll take anything. The constant talk/no action and fizzling out of plots rather than a payoff is taking its toll on fans. I'll leave you with this.